G'day guys and girls, my name's Jamie Gray and welcome to another Landscape Contractor Magazine test drive. We're down here at Ingleside at Active Tree Services. We're catching up with Josh. How you going, Josh?
Not too bad.
That's the way, mate, from Tuttbryant. We also got Kel, our operator. Mate. How are you, Kel?
Good, buddy.
KBL Landscapes.
How are you?
Good, buddy. Josh, why don't we start with you, mate? Venieri. It's a name that I'm actually not familiar with, but I'm really excited to see this machine and hear all about it. Why don't you tell everyone at home about what you brought down today?
Yeah, so it's the Venieri 763 compact wheel loader. Tuttbryant, obviously the first distributor to have it in the country. It's made and manufactured in Italy, and they've been around for about 70 odd years now, owned and operated by the Venieri family.
So what about the features that the operators and the owners are going to love?
So it comes standard with a 1.5 cubic metre bucket as well as a universal quick hitch. So if you're coming from other machines and you've got multiple attachments, it's there ready for you to pin on your other attachments as well. So it's a nice easy changeover.
100%.
You've also got auxiliary hydraulics. So if you want to operate a 4-in-1 bucket, you can so off the quick hitch piping there.
Yep.
So it's got a diverter valve.
Yep.
You've also got standard ride control. So what that means is if you're going around site with a load in your bucket, it sort of levels it out so you don't get anything tipping over the sides.
Spillage and whatnot. Yeah, cool. That's a great feature. So when it comes to the cab with comfort, what are the operators going to be loving about that?
So you've got a nice big cab area there, so it's nice and comfortable to sit in, obviously, if you're a big operator. You've also got a 360 view cab, so it's nice and easy to see if you've got good vision all around the cab.
Yep. So when it comes to the actual sitting in the cab, what are the operators going to love?
So you've got nice range of view with 360 view cab there. You've also got AC, which obviously in the Australian conditions is nice to
gotta have it.
It's a must these days.
Yep.
You've also got a nice suspension seat as well as a negative parking brake, so you no longer have the gear stick to put in your park brake. It's a nice quick button, like what you see on modern day cars now.
Beautiful, mate. Yeah, I had a bit of a sit in there. My legs had heaps of room, and the air ride seat, the grandma seat, was awesome. So why don't we do this, Josh? We'll fire it up, and we'll get Kel in there. He can put it through its paces. We'll come back, we'll have a chat, talk about the engine and some of the other features, and we'll go from there. Let's do it. So Kel, how was that, mate?
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. Really good to operate. I loved it. Easiest machine I've ever used. It was really easy to get used to. Plenty of power. The positioning where you sit. You've got plenty of vision all over the whole machine. It was really good.
Awesome, mate. And I know sometimes in other machines, getting the angle of the bucket right, you can't see it. It can be quite tricky, but you seem to nail that first go pretty much every time.
Yeah, the controls inside the cab, they're very user-friendly. They're not jerky at all. It's well balanced. It's just a real balanced machine. Just straight away, the vision, you can see exactly what's going on all around the machine.
Perfect, mate. And what about the actual precision of the controls?
It's direct. It's not too jerky. It's quite easy. It's very user friendly.
Excellent. And one thing that was very obvious, mate, the turning circle on that articulating rear wheel was pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, it basically turns within itself, its own axis.
Yep.
You know, and you know, even you've plenty of room in the cab. You're comfortable.
Yep.
Get the air conditioning on there, and just it makes your job quite easily.
The grandma seats are always a bit of a bonus too, aren't they?
They're great. They are good.
Yeah, cool, mate. So if you were on a residential site even, or a construction site, even somewhere like this, there might be, a few obstacles around, other trucks, buildings and things like that. How do you think you'd go navigating on site in tight environments?
Well, you got your reversing camera right there behind you, and so that's always good for a backup. But to be able to sit there and just pivot yourself and have a look around, and it's easy to navigate.
Perfect, mate. So obviously you did some mulch loads, you did some lighter stuff, but as we slowly ramped it up and you picked up some of those massive big sections of tree trunks and logs and whatnot, mate, number one, the Z bar with the kinematic linkage, mate, it had so much guts.
Didn't struggle at all. Did not struggle at all. It did it with great ease. It'd be perfect for a landscape yard, somewhere that's loading trucks or something like that. Another good feature of it is the automatic balancing of the bucket when you lift it up, so you're not tipping loads or dropping stuff everywhere. It just makes your job so much easier.
I hadn't seen the Venieri brand before, but it's pretty exciting to have another option out there of a good quality machine.
Well, I definitely recommend it. It's a really good machine. Yeah. Really good.
Perfect. Good stuff, Kel.
No worries. Thank you.
Josh, so it seems like, mate, she's been passed with flying colours from Kel there. Were there any other bits and pieces that we haven't touched on so far that you think's worth mentioning?
So you would have seen Kel in the machine having a pretty comfortable ride. A lot of that's got to do with your rear oscillation on your rear axle.
Yep.
So that improves your stability and also operator comfort as you're operating.
Perfect. So the big fan, oversized fan and radiator, that's new, right?
Yeah, so it's a new feature. Also, it's a 2-speed fan with an automatic adjuster there, depending on what your operating conditions are like.
Awesome, mate. Good stuff. Oh, well, look, thanks heaps for bringing the machine down. Great to see you again. Kel, thanks for being our operator, mate. Good to see you.
Thank you.
And for everybody at home out there, thanks so much for tuning in for another Landscape Contractor Magazine test drive. Make sure you check out the Venieri because I think it's going to make some big waves here in Australia. Till next time, stay safe on site, take good care of each other, and we'll catch you really soon.